Welcome back to Critical Moment. We're still with Cavalier Enzo Peroni, the Italian Knight in Thailand. Kun Enzo,
Yes.
last part we talk about how successful you are, and you are obviously very successful. Let's forget about that. Let's talk about your constraints and
Yes.
your weaknesses. You've been in Asia since the 70s.
Yes.
You must have seen a lot.
Yes. I've seen, first of all, I've seen the transformation of Asia, which is absolutely unbelievable.
You've seen the
I've
evolving of a country.
I went to China in 78. I mean, you can imagine what was like China in 78. In Korea, clothes in Korea the same, and in Thailand there were only a few things as well. So there's been a bigger transformation because basically people are motivated more than Europe, and then young people, and then somebody else was not hungry anymore in Europe, and here they're hungry. So for knowledge and things. Constraint, I've seen, especially myself, millions of constraints to do the things. There's a big difference between business in Singapore, Hong Kong, and Thailand and Korea. So now it's too articulated to explain to you each country.
So a lot of constraints.
A lot of
Let's come back to
constraints.
Thailand. Now you have your bakery factory. You have your pasta factory.
We are going to have a lifestyle
you have
open.
All the lifestyles affiliated with the
Yes.
Italian and being Thai. Now, for the production of all this, in order to meet with your perfectionist yourself, you have to go through a lot of quality control.
Yes.
How did you overcome the quality control in various societies, particularly Thailand?
Okay, number one, being my background running a public company, we design manual, maybe 15, 20 manuals on quality control, a flow chart for each product.
You make your own?
Yes, we have a team doing this. So I believe very few people have 20, 30 manuals to run the production, very few people. And flow
so
chart
the
for each
manual will
product.
be step one, put
Step
the flour into
all
this.
process, even with a photo, the whole thing, the whole process. And flow chart for each product, can you imagine?
Yes.
And a Q&A, quality control, so. And then we have the Q&A manager, we have, all the stuff. And then you have to do a training, continuous training program. I invented a system called continuous training program, F, follow-up, R, rotation.
Training. Why do we have to do the continual training when they are doing the same thing every day?
To keep the consistency and to remind people that what they should do.
Why? Because people get dismotivated?
They're motivating and people are not focused, especially middle management is more problem than the other management.
Why do they have difficulty focusing?
If you compare in this moment Europe and Thailand, they're two opposite problems. In Europe, people are looking for a job. It's a problem.
Particularly right now, right?
In Thailand, you don't have enough qualified people to meet the requirement of the country that's moving forward very fast. So meaning, they come out of universities. The universities are not teach them properly to go straight to work.
That's
and
right.
then there's a lot of demanding working. They open one hotel after another, as you can see. So meaning, it's very difficult to focus people, motivating people, because they know they can go to another job immediately.
Yes.
Because it's not basically competition.
Now, being a teacher myself in a university, we teach students how to motivate, but we are very focused on the theory of motivation. Now, you're talking more of applying the theory into
practice.
Real life.
Of course. I've been motivating a public company, 2,000 people before. They were losing 40 million US when I joined in Hong Kong. So I restructured everything, and I created a unit near me, super motivated. They have inner motivation, which they believe in a target, they believe in themselves and a company. And this unit is moving forward. It's like contagious to motivating positive other people.
Can one person be inner motivated?
Yes, of course.
Can one be born with inner motivation?
No, you have to cultivate in this all the time.
You have to cultivate it.
And then you have to take out, I have a speech. My speech is called demotivating factors. So take out why people are not motivated and take it out, remove it, all of them.
Why is people become motivated then? Because they get
Because
bored?
they believe in Mr. Peroni, or they believe in a company, they believe in a product, they believe in themselves, they believe they can go up in the scale. There's several factors.
Oh,
They have
that's
a
very
desire.
positive though.
They have to trigger desire inside. It's in a motivation, desire to do something. If I'm interested in you, yourself, you're in Chiang Mai, I can go on foot if I'm interested. If I'm not interested, even by car, I'm not interested to go.
Or even by plane.
What does it mean this? By plane. Meaning enthusiasm, energy, desire must be triggered.
Yes.
By interacting people, by motivating one another, by continuous training. And then people, one group can motivate the other one and work as team modes.
But there must be some kind of center focus on the motivation.
You must understand the human being mind and the brain. Okay? You know, I have a master in psychology. You must understand the body language of people.
Right?
That have two parts of the brain.
Yes.
Why people are late every day? What
because
is
the traffic is bad.
No, it's not.
That's what I hear.
Okay. Why are people on time all the time? Why some people are late, why some people on time?
You're right.
Okay. Why somebody tells us why he's sick doesn't come to work? What is the reason? The reason is basically they're not motivated enough to change the habit.
Okay.
So can you dishabit? This is a new word which I invented.
Dishabit.
Okay. I always invent words.
Disassociate the habit.
I dishabit people. To dishabit means to take out also, certain habit. And also you must train in people that are still young. Because if not, you have to do a learning process, not teaching.
Right.
A learning process is more difficult than teaching process.
Now, being a business person, you sound like a trainer yourself.
Yes,
I am. So you are. Yes. You are because lately you are very involved with emotion quotient.
Yes.
Right, and the personality factors.
Personality traits. Yes.
And you try to integrate that first and foremost to the people at your company.
Yeah. I'm personally interview people after if they pass me, usually they're quite good.
Yes.
Why? Because I'm looking first attitude, traits, characteristic, which is basic. Then if they don't know anything, it doesn't matter. Actually, if they don't know anything, it's even better.
How do you know a person has the attitude to work?
Just ask 2 or 3 questions enough.
Like?
Why do you want to work with our company?
Because
what do
I
you want
like
to
you
do?
as a person.
Yeah. Why you want to work with our company? What you expect? What you want to do? They will answer 2 or 3 questions enough.
And you can tell.
Of course.
What attitude does a person have?
Yes.
And you hire that person with the notion of their attitude.
Yes. I'm also evaluating the master degree for university you don't know now. I did 6, 7 evaluations. They sent to me, Assumption University. And 4 or 5 are amazing. 1 from Taiwan, and 2 or 3 from Burma. Why? Because we rotate in them, and they accept to do anything. So they become very good. Because what is the main point of a specialist? A specialist is somebody that knows something very deep, but actually doesn't know anything. Why? Because a specialist gets stuck on a problem.
Oh, so you want to despecialize them?
Yes, and do a rotation to know the whole thing. Because if you go in a meeting, you're a specialist, you will tell right away this is not possible.
So if I work for you, I have to know how to make biscotti as well as make spaghetti.
Not make biscotti, understand.
Understand.
We have a management office, ETP services. So we train people for everything, okay? What they do in a production center, what is the Q&A, what is the flow chart, what is the management, how to read the weekly report, how to do overall management. So they understand when they receive a report how to analyze immediately.
Yes.
And we make it do the manual. If you do a manual for 400 pages, it's more than a thesis.
You sound like a very high-ranked military officer as well. Are you applying the military way of management into your business?
Not really. I think the discipline is very important, but people have to understand why you need a discipline. People have to understand that if you're always late, you're unpolite to your colleague. If you have a lifestyle, everybody's late, you're going to close.
Yes.
If you have a factory or production center, everybody's late, it will not work. As your colleague, you're unpolite to your colleague because your colleague is work also for you. So it's very simple. If you understand this, I think people have to change.
Yes.
Yeah?
So understand is attitude and the emotion and the motivation that makes a person successful. Stay tuned. We'll come back in a few.